Trees like this one and several power lines fell down during the storm.
Trees were falling, rain was coming down.
Right now, live at 6, our Caleb Stipkevitz heads to Moses Lake, where the cleanup has begun after last night's severe weather outbreak. Plus, as we come on the air, good news when it comes to the fight against a new wildfire that broke out around 4 p.m. in northern Oregon. Also ahead and new at 6.
I cried. My husband has worked there for 10 years.
The governor orders flags to fly at half staff while the Longview community is doing what they can to support one another after this week's plant implosion. Stacey?
Cloudy skies, gusty winds across the region. What can you expect coming up this weekend? I'll have the answers, and the news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Thanks for ending the week together with us. I'm Austin Reed. Wendy Redman is anchoring Good Morning Northwest. First at 6 o'clock, we have good news when it comes to the 207 fire in northern Oregon. The fast-moving brush fire broke out around 4 p.m. and was causing localized evacuations for residents in the direct area of Highway 207 and Interstate 84, just outside Echo. Evacuations have now been reduced to level 2, which means get set. Road closures are also no more. But UCFD1 says high winds remain a concern, so fire crews will remain on the scene for several hours. No word just yet on a cause. In other fire watch news, firefighters continue to monitor a brush fire near Mills Road in Benton County after flames burned through sagebrush last night. Weather was most likely the cause here. Crews remained on scene overnight, patrolling for flare-ups and extinguishing hot spots. A containment line has been established around the fire, with crews conducting mop-up operations throughout today.
But for right now, we have what appears to be a lightning-caused fire, or several of them that have joined together. There is a lot of dry brush. Some of this area burned last year, but there's still a lot of old-growth sagebrush in this area that could burn.
More than a dozen fire apparatus from several agencies responded to the scene. About 150 acres total burned. Drivers were asked to avoid the area of Mills and Ayers roads while crews completed their work. Okay, the weekend is coming up. Let's check in now with First Alert's Stacey Lee live in our weather center. Wind alerts right now, high, low?
We still have one till 11 o'clock. In fact, the lower elevation one, the one here through the Hermiston area, expired since we were on the air last hour. So we're still tracking those gusty winds in the Kittitas Valley, and it's going to remain windy there tomorrow as well. Right now we're seeing gusts at 44 miles per hour, 24 in Yakima. Hermiston and Pendleton also seeing winds of 37 and 32, but winds will start to decrease overnight tonight. We were tracking a little bit of thunder and lightning. You can see it here just to the west of La Grande area. Again, there's still a couple of stray scattered showers hanging around, not as intense as yesterday because the temperatures have been much cooler today. 72 right now in the Tri-Cities. Dust Devils, yep, they're getting the field ready for their game. So if you're heading to the game, going to be breezy, should stay dry. There is a slight chance of a stray shower, but more than likely staying dry. It's just going to cool down as we have nice cool air sitting over the Pacific Northwest. So looking through the evening, again, heading out to the game, you'll be down in the 60s by about the time the game wraps up. For tomorrow, look for sunshine and a pretty mild day overall. Temperatures below average by 5 to 7 degrees or so. We're going to stay dry, but we will see some breezy to gusty winds, especially once again in the Kittitas Valley. So winds decreasing tonight. We'll have a breezy, sunny, and cool Saturday. Overall, though, nice weekend, and then we'll start to see a warm up as we get into the first week of June next week. I'll have more coming up. Austin?
Stacey, thank you. Residents in Grant County are recovering after thousands lost power during last night's thunderstorms there. New at 6, our Caleb Stipkevitz takes you to Moses Lake, where there's still a lot of damage left to clean up.
Fallen 50-foot-tall trees are scattered across McCosh Park and Moses Lake. The morning after rain, lightning, and high winds rocked the town.
Yeah, I was jogging just around this neighborhood right here. Trees were falling, rain was coming down, and I heard somebody laughing over there. It was hysterical.
Trees like this one and several power lines fell down during the storm, causing many power outages, which led the Moses Lake School District to cancel all of its Friday classes.
The Moses Lake Fire Department says it got 21 calls Thursday night for downed power lines. And in total, Grant County PUD says that 6,000 customers lost power during the storm. As of Friday afternoon, 900 are still left in the dark. One Moses Lake resident says he felt prepared for the storm, but he worries that the same couldn't be said for everyone in town.
Still saw a lot of people out driving around after dark in the middle of the storm, and surprisingly a lot of them were driving fast. I don't know what that was for.
The Moses Lake Fire Department says that it's important to stay inside when lightning strikes, and there are several outdoor items that homeowners need to make sure are safe and secure.
Trampolines, barbecue grills, patio furniture, any umbrellas that you may have outside, any lawn decorations that could potentially fly away, end up in your neighbor's yard, damage your vehicle or someone else's vehicle or even your home. It's important to secure those, whether it be inside or find a way to secure them to the ground.
Parks, streets, and other city departments are working to clean up the damage that was done by the storm. Reporting from Moses Lake, Caleb Sipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Caleb, the Moses Lake Parks Department is asking residents not to cross the yellow tape that is blocking off several fallen trees. Now let's go to Yakima County. Strong thunderstorms moving through the Yakima Valley Thursday night left behind storm damage and power outages in parts of Sunnyside. High winds and lightning moved through the area. Severe weather warnings remained in effect. Residents reported downed tree limbs, power disruptions, and heavy wind as the storm passed. Utility crews have been working to restore power and assess any damage caused by the storm. Officials are reminding people to use caution around downed power lines and report any storm-related hazards. An ongoing power outage in Mabton forced the school district to cancel classes today. District officials first announced a 2-hour delay this morning before calling off school altogether. The outage stems from last night's storm. School leaders say the lack of power impacted their ability to safely operate buildings and provide services. All classes, activities, and school programs were canceled for the day. District officials say they will share information about a makeup day at a later time. New at 6 tonight, Washington State Governor Bob Ferguson has ordered flags across the state to be lowered to half-staff following the deadly industrial tragedy in Longview. Flags at all state agency facilities will be lowered tonight and remain at half-staff through Sunday, June 7th, or until the morning of Monday, June 8th. The governor is also encouraging local governments, businesses, and residents to join in on honoring the victims. Meanwhile, authorities are still looking into what caused the catastrophic failure of a large white liquor tank at the Nippon Dinaware paper mill in Longview. The community is rallying around the families impacted by the city's deadly chemical tank rupture. New at 6, Blair Best brings us more.
The deadly mill implosion in Longview sending shockwaves throughout Southwest Washington.
I cried. My husband has worked there for 10 years. He works at Norcoal, so he knew a lot of the guys that were involved in the families, and it felt really close to home.
Lindsay Dine's husband was at the mill during Tuesday's deadly implosion.
He is like stone's throw away from where that happened at. He just sent me a picture of the scene where the cars were on their hoods and it looked like a bomb went off.
Lindsay runs a mobile lemonade trailer. Half of her proceeds at this weekend's Cowlitz Community Farmers Market will go toward families who lost loved ones.
I can't even imagine what the families are going through, and I think the last thing on their minds needs to be how to pay their bills.
Come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every purchase helps.
At North County Coffee,
we're all a close community here, and so it's really sad, because it affects everybody.
Friday through Sunday, all proceeds from the shop's Kalama and Louisville locations will go to impacted families.
I have a lot of clients that are blue-collar workers that work in these mills.
Monica Endicott runs this Longview barber shop.
One thing about this community is everybody jumps in.
Anyone who shows proof of donating to a fundraiser can enter for a chance to win a free haircut.
It's been shocking, it's been devastating, but I guess the one little light in all of this is how everybody has come together.
That was Blair Best reporting 8 workers are confirmed dead. The cause is still under investigation. Other news tonight, authorities are investigating after a deceased person was found this morning in the area of Lions Park in Wapato. According to the Wapato Police Department, the body was discovered near the park earlier in the day. Officials say there is no known threat to the public, but nearby schools were notified immediately and steps were taken to ensure students were not exposed to the scene. The investigation is now being led by the Yakima Nation Police Department and the FBI. Anyone with information is asked to contact Yakima Nation Police. And the search for Pasco's next police chief is moving forward. City officials have announced 5 finalists who will interview for the position on June 10th. The candidates are Jeff Bratcher, Brent Cook, David Ellis, Jen Miles, and Bill Paramore. Some already live in the Tri-Cities and work for Pasco PD, while others come from outside Washington state. Following the interviews, the candidates will take part in a community meet and greet open to the public. Pasco residents can also submit questions for a formal Q&A panel through the city's website until 5 p.m. June 3rd. The new chief will replace Ken Roski, who recently retired. The current interim chief is Brent Cook. Well, the fight against cystic fibrosis is bringing the Tri-Cities community together this weekend for the annual Great Strides Walk and Run. Christy McAllister, Senior Development Director with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation Washington, Alaska chapter, says the event is focused on funding research toward a cure. Organizers say the event also raises awareness and supports families affected by the disease.
The main reason is we don't have a cure yet. So a diagnosis with CF, we have seen a lot of progress and it's much better than it used to be, but people are still struggling with this disease. And so we want to continue the fight until there is a cure.
Apple Valley News Now has a team that will walk this year, and I'll be your MC once again. The Great Strides Walk and Run takes place tomorrow morning with registration still open for those who want to participate. And in local sports, it's opening night for minor league baseball in the city of Yakima. The Yakima Valley Pippins are taking on the Walla Walla Wheats. First pitch, 7:05. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Abel joining us live from Yakima County Stadium with a preview of the action. Hi, Jake.
Hey, Austin. Yeah, we're getting closer to game time, about an hour away from first pitch, but I'm here with the head coach of the Walla Walla Sweets, Leo Rivera. Leo, thank you for joining me, playing against the Pippins on the road today, but I'm just curious, first year as head coach, what are you kind of looking out of your guys for today?
Biggest thing, I want them to relax, right? It's a little bit, you're going to have some jitters, first game jitters, a little bit of butterflies. It's opening day, right? But it's going to be a lot of fun. So looking for them to communicate and just relax.
And you're a former Sweet as well. You played there and you also played at Whitman College, so a lot of Walla Walla baseball in the blood for you. So I'm just curious, stepping in the managerial role for you, what's that kind of like?
It's really, really special. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Walla Walla, Eastern Washington. I spent a little bit of time in Lewiston as well, and it means a lot to me. And I'm really excited to be in charge in this role, and we got a good group of guys, and really, really excited for this summer.
And then last question, you mentioned jitters and everything, but these are also guys, finishing up their college seasons and all coming in from different places. What do you kind of look for them to do when they're coming in from everywhere and just getting into their first real game action for the first time?
Yeah, I think the biggest goal we talked about at day one is getting comfortable, right? Getting them to start their little group chat with each other, try to hang out outside of practice. But the closer they can get as a group, the better the year's going to go.
All right, perfect. Leo, appreciate the time. Absolutely. Good luck in the game, and good luck on the rest of the season as well. First pitch is going to be 7:05. This is a sold-out crowd here in Yakima, so going to be fun for sure. But, guys, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Jake, thank you for that live report. Next at 6, spring testing for the Water Follies is less than 24 hours away. Our Dan Hansen will show you what all goes into getting the water ready. And are we out of the storm cloud just yet? Stacey Lee is back with your full First Alert weather forecast.
When you're ready for more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
Find your path toward a rewarding career in the trades at Perry Tech. From construction and carpentry to an AAS degree in information technology and communication systems, let the faculty and staff help unlock the doors to a world of opportunity at Central Washington's home to award-winning hands-on training. Experience the benefits of a dedicated career services team while exploring all the financial assistance options Perry Tech offers. Get started today with a program tour by calling 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community, rich in tradition and pride. And Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
Around here, we see a lot of people head out. No matter where they're going, we just make sure they're ready. Before you hit the road, get a pre-trip safety check at Les Schwab Tires. It's free. Plus, this May, save up to $200 on select sets of 4 tires.
If we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. And their offer makes you feel even smaller. Call me, attorney Mariano Morales. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Does that insurance company make you feel small? Tell them you got the heavy hitter and watch how big you feel. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Get ready, Yakima! Sprint Boat Racing returns to State Fair Park on June 13th and 14th for a weekend full of heart-pounding excitement, presented by Pendleton Excavating and Paving. Don't miss these 1,500 horsepower jet boats race against the clock through a twisted water course at 80 miles per hour. Get your general admission or VIP experience tickets along with pit passes now at the State Fair Park box office or online at statefairpark.org.
Max, go get the ball. Go get the ball, Max. When you're ready for more space to play, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Mariner Baseball. Select games whole season on Apple Valley News Now.
Tri-City Water Follies crews are hard at work along the Columbia River. As Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen shows us, they are transforming the shoreline into a full racing facility ahead of spring testing.
Before the boats ever hit the water, the Columbia River is already turning into a race course. Crews with the Water Follies are in the middle of setup, installing docks, marking the pit area, and preparing safety systems that will guide the start of hydroplane season.
It's just it's a mad rush for a bit. We like to keep it organized, but as you can see, sometimes it doesn't happen. You just got to orchestrate everything.
Pit Operations Director Jack Geyer says the process starts with volunteer coordination and dock setup, much of it done in tight windows and shifting river conditions. Safety is also a constant focus, from securing shoreline equipment to monitoring unseen debris in the water.
It's an unseen thing that we can't see from shore. Just a minute ago, we were pulling garbage out of the river, so it's stuff to keep us safe.
Despite wind, changing water levels, and river hazards, crews say the goal remains the same each year: build a safe and functional course for teams and fans.
We make sure that we have a proper medical staff here. We will have a doctor, nurses, EMTs, paramedics, and then we go from making sure that they're ready to go to making sure that on the water rescue is ready to go.
Once the final buoys are in place and the boats are cleared for testing, organizers say that's when the payoff arrives.
When we are operational and I have boats on the water and the fans are cheering on the shoreline, my job is done. It was a success.
For now, it's a careful balance of preparation, safety, and timing. And all of this setup is just the first steps. Once the final buoys are in place, these waters will turn into a high-speed race course for spring testing and the start of hydroplane season. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Dan. The event also doubles as a community gathering with food trucks, family activities, and a $5 parking donation that benefits local Boy Scouts. Spring testing runs tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Happy Friday. The weekend is here. Let's start with a reason to smile. Our good buddy Chuck sent this photo in. Again, a mirror. It looks like. Again, break of dawn, Tri-Cities. Use the QR code right there on top of your screen to submit your weather photo. Thanks to our friends at Lifetime Dental. Live look out into the Yakima Valley, 64 degrees. Winds are still a little breezy there. Camera shaking, 15-mile-an-hour gusts. Humidity at 43%, and our sunset tonight at 8:38. So things are still pretty windy, especially up towards Yakima and Ellensburg tonight. And we're still seeing a pretty good gust here in Hermiston and Pendleton. Tri-Cities also seeing a few breezes this evening. Our wind advisory is in place till 11 o'clock. And speaking of winds, we had the big storm move through the area. And remember, I was telling you about those downburst winds. Well, that's what we had in many places. Look at this. We recorded winds at 77 miles an hour in Yakima. West Richland, 76 miles an hour. We saw 67-mile-an-hour winds in Benton City. 58 Mabton, closed the school there, and 65-mile-an-hour winds in Natchez. So that was part of why we saw so much damage around the area. Tonight, we're going to be cooling down into the 40s, so overnight lows slowly drifting down. Still pretty warm, though, in the Tri-Cities. Now, the windy weather will linger, of course, the rest of this evening and into your Saturday, especially in the Kittitas Valley. Look for those winds there between 40 and 45 miles an hour. Winds will be a little bit lighter here in the Columbia Basin, but still possible to see gusts between 20 and 25 miles an hour in the later afternoon hours. What's happening on our satellite and radar? We have a little bit of activity still swirling around, a few leftover stray thunderstorms there in northeastern Oregon around the Pilot Rock area. So overall, though, things are starting to smooth out as we head into the weekend. Our overnight lows are going to be down in the 40s. Like I said, pretty cool. 39 there in Ellensburg, so a little bit on the chilly side. That's due to this low pressure that's hanging over the west coast, and that's going to keep us cool going into both Saturday and Sunday. Now, your Saturday is looking pretty good in the Kittitas Valley, other than those gusty winds, but temperatures right on down in the 60s. Moving into the Yakima Valley, a little bit warmer. We'll see those lower 70-degree temps from 72 in Selah to 73 in Toppenish. And in the Columbia Basin, we're going to be anywhere from 75 at Hanford, 71 Umatilla, 73 in the Tri-Cities. And for the foothills of the Blues, look for 70 in Milton Freewater, 63 in Heppner, 67 in Pendleton. Here's the 7-day planner with those gusty winds once again in the Kittitas Valley, but clear skies looking pretty good. Now, there is a slight chance of seeing some showers developing on Wednesday as the temperatures start to warm. We enter June 1st on Monday. Yakima staying in the 70s through the weekend. We'll start to see those 80-degree temps pop up on Tuesday and continue right on through the end of the week. In Tri-Cities, pretty mild this weekend, other than some breezy winds for the weekend. Shouldn't be enough to disrupt your outdoor plans, but again, just be aware of that. June 1st, hitting 81 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Hermiston, 70s, breezy winds, and we'll see 84 on Tuesday. And for Walla Walla, also a little on the cool side, breezy winds, and we're going to be watching midweek for possible showers moving in. So looking good going into the weekend.
Finally has calmed down.
It's calming down.
Yeah.
Yep. So
yesterday was intense.
Yesterday was wild.
It really was.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up next on the news at 6, we're going to take you to the Hanford site where some high action training took over this week. We'll tell you what it's for.
Hey, it's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. You do not want to miss what's coming to Giesa Stadium this week.
Friday, May 29th is Dusty Building Block Giveaway presented by Leskovar Mitsubishi. And don't miss Saturday, May 30th as your Dust Devils play as the Columbia River Rooster Tails for the first time this season. We'll be celebrating post-game fireworks thanks to McCacken Electric.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. Now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. See a head-to-head study of Rinvoq versus another treatment at Rinvoq.com/see the data. Talk to your dermatologist if you're not doing well on your current pill or injection to see if Rinvoq is right for you.
Your time is a luxury. Let your lawn reflect it. Perfection Lawn Care is your private grounds team obsessed with detail. Crisp lines, lush turf, and preventive care that stays ahead of every weed and worry. We take on the heavy work and the fine details, season after season, so you don't have to. Choose a tailored package, come home to perfection, and never lift a finger. Perfection Lawn Care. Elevate your curb appeal. We'll take it from here.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Time to check this out. Local law enforcement officers are getting trained on a new tool designed to stop fleeing vehicles during pursuits. This week at the Hanford Patrol's Emergency Vehicle Operations course, officers from several agencies demonstrated the Grappler system. The device deploys a hooked line that can safely disable a vehicle by restricting its movement. The Benton County Sheriff's Office currently has the system in use, and additional officers are being certified on how exactly to operate it. Still ahead on Apple Valley News now in our 6:30 half hour, a new elementary school is headed for the Wapato community. We hear from the district on why it is so needed. That's next.
Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert. Only one station. Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
Every Sunday night, he can't sleep. But not this Sunday.
When you really need to sleep, ZzzQuil has no equal. Get the deeply restorative sleep you need. ZzzQuil, not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
At Fred's Appliance, we're your local, veteran-founded, and family-owned appliance expert since 1962. Thinking of upgrading your kitchen? Don't miss your opportunity this Memorial Day with our truckload closeout savings. Save over 50% on this closeout KitchenAid dishwasher. Discover the quiet and powerful cleaning of KitchenAid without the noise. Get yours while supplies last. At Fred's, we still have the largest selection of in-stock Get It Today inventory in the region. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Find your path toward a rewarding career in the trades at Perry Tech. From construction and carpentry to an AAS degree in information technology and communication systems, let the faculty and staff help unlock the doors to a world of opportunity. At Central Washington's home to award-winning hands-on training. Experience the benefits of a dedicated career services team while exploring all the financial assistance options Perry Tech offers. Get started today with a program tour by calling 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
Summer's here. Who's ready for camp in a new Toyota? Woo!
call was coming from inside the Tacoma! I even scared myself a little with that one. What was that?
Toyota, let's go places.
Here in the Valley, caring for what matters most is simply a part of who we are. Because women's health isn't just one moment in life, it's every chapter. Preventative screenings and care designed for women at every stage of life. From first visits to motherhood and beyond, thoughtful care from the people who call this valley home. We're here for every step along the way. Start your journey today at kvhealthcare.org, your home for women's health.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
What makes Yoke's produce so fresh? Simple. We get first pick from trusted local and organic growers. Crisp, vibrant, peak season flavor. Because fresh isn't just what Yoke's Fresh Market sells, it's who we are.
Are you ready to revolutionize your career in digital advertising? Join Morgan Murphy's dynamic team at Apple Valley News Now, where innovation meets opportunity. At Apple Valley News Now, we're leading the charge in connected television and digital sales, helping local businesses thrive in today's growing and evolving market. If you're passionate about digital solutions and driving revenue growth, we want to hear from you. Check us out now at morganmurphymedia.com/current-openings to begin your journey.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m., our Jake Gable will join us live once more from the Yakima area, where the Pippins are kicking off their season tonight against the Walla Walla Sweets. Plus, how will the city of Kennewick pay for the new city hall? We're asking questions and getting you answers. The news at 6:30 starts now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Great to see you as we end the week together. I am Austin Reed. Wendy is anchoring Good Morning Northwest. Let's kick things off with First Alert's Stacey Lee live in our weather center, still tracking those winds.
That's right. We've been seeing breezy, gusty winds. There is a wind advisory in place till 11 o'clock tonight. Kittitas Valley, the one for northeastern Oregon, expired already. But again, we've been tracking gusts anywhere from 40 to 50 miles an hour throughout the afternoon all through the area. So fire danger remains high, even though we had stormy weather. We didn't get a ton of rain out of those systems yesterday. What we got was a lot of wind, and we continue to see that this evening. Look at Pendleton and Hermiston, pretty gusty there, as well as Ellensburg with 44-mile-an-hour gusts outside. Now, temperatures were much cooler than yesterday. If you remember, we were like, I think it was 91 or 92 in Yakima, and now 64 degrees, 72 in Tri-Cities, so cooling off nicely. Let's take a look around the Pacific Northwest tonight from Vancouver, BC to Seattle, Spokane, and Coeur d'Alene. If you are taking a road trip this weekend, you can expect overcast skies on Saturday in Seattle. Sunday looking much nicer. Temperatures staying pretty pleasant there in the 60s. For the Portland area, also a little overcast on Saturday, but clear and warming up on Sunday and Monday. And if your travels are taking you north to the Spokane area, look for mostly to partly cloudy skies, 60s and 70s. Locally, we're going to see our temperatures also in the 60s and 70s tomorrow. 0 chances of rain, but those breezy winds will return. So again, we want to be fire wise going into this last weekend of May. Austin?
Thank you, Stacey. It is opening night for minor league baseball in the city of Yakima. The Yakima Valley Pippins taking on the Walla Walla Sweets. First pitch in a half an hour. Let's check back in now with our very own Jake Gable. He joins us live from Yakima County Stadium with a preview. Hey there, Jake.
Yeah, everyone's coming into the stadium. It's a sold-out crowd tonight, over 3,000 people coming in, and can I tell you, when I got to come in a little bit early, there was a very long line from the parking lot going all the way to the Yakima Sun Dome, so this is going to be a very fun night with everyone. Got to talk with coaches earlier today from both sides, and now a little bit more into the game. Since it's opening night, there's going to be a post-game fireworks show in Yakima, so if you're not at the game, maybe you can still catch the fireworks show here as well. So first 1,000 people here got a jersey giveaway, which is very generous. There's new ownership here at the Yakima Valley Pippin, so it's doing things a little bit different to kick off this season with this game against the Sweets, and they're trying to put their new imprint on everything. Now, a little bit of Pippin's history. They first played in the 1930s, so they have a lot of roots to the Yakima Valley and everything. So now you get this new generation. They've been here in the current form since 2014, so it's kind of come from a very long era to what it is currently. We got people on the team all the way from Japan to local people from Wenatchee Valley and across the U.S. So it's a very diverse group, but they're having fun. There was hacky sack going on not too long ago, so they're pretty loose and getting ready for the game, which is at 7:05 first pitch, and they're getting ready for that. I'm going to get ready for it too, so I'm going to send it back to the studio. Austin, back to you.
Jake, thank you. New at 6:30, we have a health alert. The Yakima Health District is reminding East Sela residents to stay on top of maintenance for PFAS water filters distributed in response to contaminated wells. Officials say cartridges should be replaced about every 6 months or as directed by the system. To keep filters working properly, residents are also now being asked to properly dispose of used filters at the Terrace Heights Hazardous Waste Facility rather than throwing them in household trash. Health officials say proper maintenance and disposal help protect drinking water, soil, and groundwater from further contamination. Benton County is now accepting applications for a program that funds local crime prevention efforts. Officials are seeking proposals for the 2027 and 28 Gang and Crime Prevention Initiative, funded through the county's public safety sales tax. The program supports organizations that work to reduce crime by helping youth, families, and other at-risk groups. Past participants and recipients include the Boys and Girls Club, Safe Harbor's My Friend's Place, and Nurse Family Partnership.
And we really are looking down on what their expected outcomes are, and do we feel like that with the money that we give them, what their overall plan with that money is, are they going to achieve those expected outcomes?
County officials expect to award between $1.8 and $2 million in funding for the 2-year grant cycle. The city of Kennewick is moving forward with plans for a new city hall, but questions remain about how the project would be funded. City officials are reviewing 3 options: building at the museum at Keewaydin site, constructing a new facility near 6th and Auburn, or renovating the current city hall. No decision has been made on a location, but leaders say they're now examining funding options as they prepare for future budgets and other major city projects.
What we're probably looking at is we do have a good reserve within our capital fund, so we're hoping that we can replace the pool with our reserve funds, and then we would have to bond for the City Hall project.
The city says they will continue studying both the costs and community impacts of the project before making a final decision on the future of City Hall. As the new Pace High School nears completion, the Wapato School District is turning its attention to its next major construction project. District officials are planning a new elementary school that will replace Camas and Sadis Elementaries. The 2-story school will serve 1st through 3rd grade students and house up to 650 children. Leaders say the project is needed because both existing schools are more than 70 years old and facing infrastructure challenges.
So building brand new buildings was better than remodel. It was actually cheaper to go that route. So we went out for the bond, asked for the 2 new buildings, and the community of Wapato really stepped up and passed those bonds for us.
The district says construction could begin after July as they move forward with their long-term plan to modernize school facilities across Wapato. Snowpack in the Blue Mountains has already disappeared about 3 weeks earlier than normal, raising concerns about drought conditions in our region. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth joins us with this week's climate report.
Well, let's start this whole thing off by talking about those rainfall numbers that we've been tracking since October 1st. Over here are the actual numbers. These are the numbers we would typically expect during this time frame. And then over here we have the surpluses and deficits. This graphic used to be all green just like a month back. Now we're seeing, unfortunately, the dreaded red, as we do have some, they're just subtle seasonal rainfall deficits for the Yakima Valley and for the Blue Foothills, and these surpluses have shrunk for the Kittitas Valley and for the Lower Columbia Basin, but still, plus 15, plus 20% for the basin. Okay, in the Yakima Basin, if you tallied up all the water in our reservoir levels right now, we still technically have a surplus of 7% for the end of May, but this number just like a month and a half ago was at plus 35, plus 40%. So we have definitely lost a lot of momentum here, and it's because we're in the middle of snowmelt season right now. We have 94% less snow than we typically would for this time of the year in the Yakima Basin. So that is a very discouraging number, and that reservoir level number will go down in the Yakima Basin as well. For Mackay Dam, this number is starting to slip down again as well. We're at minus 17% for the end of May. Already starting to get pretty close to that severe drought benchmark of negative 25%, and we have run out of snow in the Blues. We ran out last week, so that number for Mackay Dam, unfortunately, will continue to go down as well.
Josh, thank you. We'll see you next week. Coming up next on the news live at 6:30, what the city of Othello has planned for their public park system. And Stacy returns with your full weekend first alert weather forecast as we leave you. Here's a live picture from our Bi-Mart Skycam at Atanum Ridge.
When you're ready for more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, where would you go? Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduced fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
1-A-Day 50-plus multivitamins are formulated for your overall health with nutrients to support brain and muscle function. So you're not just setting the pace, you're one step ahead.
Next time, slow down.
1-A-Day 50-plus, the one for you.
Around here, we see a lot of people head out. No matter where they're going, we just make sure they're ready. Before you hit the road, get a pre-trip safety check at Les Schwab Tires. It's free. Plus, this May, save up to $200 on select sets of 4 tires.
If we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it.
You get hurt in a car wreck, and all of a sudden, you feel like there's a black cloud hanging over your life. You're in pain, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay. Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales. I have the power of more. Don't take that first offer when I can get you more, much more than they want to pay. And why go to court if you don't have to? And when they find out the heavy hitter's on your side, well, you know, blue skies. Injured? Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales, because helping you is what I do.
Call 853-2222.
Get ready, Yakima! Sprint Boat Racing returns to State Fair Park on June 13th and 14th for a weekend full of heart-pounding excitement, presented by Pendleton Excavating and Paving. Don't miss these 1,500 horsepower jet boats race against the clock through a twisted water course at 80 miles per hour. Get your general admission or VIP experience tickets along with pit passes now at the State Fair Park box office or online at statefairpark.org.
Max, go get the ball. Go get the ball, Max. When you're ready for more space to play, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
Thanks for staying with us. The city of Othello is making progress on several park projects aimed at expanding recreational options for families. Construction is underway on a new splash pad at Kiwanis Park, with city leaders hoping to open it before the end of summer. Officials are also exploring funding options to repair the city's long-closed swimming pool, a project expected to cost more than $2 million.
But we're currently working on a way to finance that without going to the public and asking for additional funds.
The city says additional improvements are also planned for Kiwanis Park, including new basketball courts, playground equipment, and an expanded parking area.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Friday, the weekend's here. You got Dust Devil baseball. We have the, Yakima Pippins are playing, so good night. A little bit overcast, a little bit cooler than we've been seeing, but we should be staying dry out there. Somebody just got a hit, 72 degrees. Winds are from the west at 10 miles per hour, that humidity at 46%. Do bring a jacket if you're heading on out to the game. Temperatures are going to stay fairly warm, but it'll start to cool down in the 60s by between 8 and 9 p.m. So again, jacket weather needed. All right, we are seeing gusty winds as we have a wind advisory in place till 11 o'clock in the Kittitas Valley. A little bit breezy in Yakima, some breezy winds here in the Columbia Basin. It's been pretty windy here in Hermiston and Pendleton. Those winds should start to mellow out. Speaking of winds, yesterday, the storms that came through, we talked about downdraft winds happening, and they sure did. Yakima recorded some winds at 77 miles an hour, West Richland 76 miles an hour, Benton City at 67, Natchez 65, and Mabton had gusts of 58 miles per hour. So that is why we saw so much damage around the area. It was mainly the wind, but we did have a lightning sparked fire as well. Now the windy weather will linger into our Saturday. Look for some breezy and gusty winds, especially up in that Kittitas Valley. Columbia Basin, slightly breezy, 20 to 25 miles an hour, and the mountains look much calmer for the Blues. We do have a few lingering showers. They've been kind of puttering over northeastern Oregon, but those will start to dry up overnight tonight as things settle down. All right, our overnight lows are going to be down in the 40s for most everybody. However, 39 in Ellensburg, but pretty cool overnight. So I don't know. It's kind of a nice little change for a minute, right? Because we are getting ready to kiss May goodbye. Now, this cooler than normal setup is due to this upper level low that's been planted. It's eventually going to start making its way to the east and giving us some warmer temperatures. 60s down the Kittitas Valley for tomorrow. Look for those breezy winds in the afternoon in the Ellensburg area. 72 in Sela tomorrow, Union Gap at 72, 71 in Grandview. Taking a look in the Columbia Basin will be 71 in Mesa, Benton City 73, Umatilla 71. And the foothills of the Blues look for 66 in Pilot Rock, 70 at Milton Freewater, 68 for Walla Walla. 7-day planning forecast, those breezy winds again. Still going to be kind of breezy and windy on Sunday in Ellensburg. And we welcome in June 1st on Monday with temperatures starting to rise, and you'll see a nice little warming trend right on through the middle of the week. We stay in the 70s in the Yakima Valley as we welcome in June at 79 degrees, and then we hit those 80-degree temperatures, and that looks pretty good, which is right about normal for this time of year. Tri-City staying in the 70s through Sunday, then we'll hit those 80s, and we're going to warm up just slightly below 90 on Tuesday at 86 degrees. Hermiston, nice and warm as well beginning Tuesday. Look for some breezy winds developing on Wednesday, and for Walla Walla, the 70s. A little bit cool and breezy tomorrow. 82 on Tuesday, June 1st, right around the corner. Can you believe it? Half the year gone.
I know.
Half the year, bye-bye.
Yes, that's... It's gone
And
fast.
school's almost over,
It
kids.
is, that too, yeah. All right, coming up next on the news live at 6:30, some special guests took a tour of the Apple Valley News Now Broadcast Center today. We'll tell you who after this.
Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
You don't need to drop a ton of cash to make your home look like $1 million. You just need to hit up the extended Memorial Day super sale at Furniture Row. Shop top brands like Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Borkholder Amish, and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbuster deals before they're gone. And with 60 months no interest, it's easy to refresh any or every room in your home. Amazing selection, quality designs, stylish looks. But hurry, the extended Memorial Day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once-daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell.
Action!
Your time is a luxury. Let your lawn reflect it. Perfection Lawn Care is your private grounds team obsessed with detail. Crisp lines, lush turf, and preventive care that stays ahead of every weed and worry. We take on the heavy work and the fine details, season after season, so you don't have to. Choose a tailored package, come home to perfection, and never lift a finger. Perfection Lawn Care. Elevate your curb appeal. We'll take it from here.
I'm Dr. Matt Ercolani. I'm one of the robotic surgeons here at Good Shepherd. The Da Vinci 5 is the state-of-the-art offered for robotic surgery. It's a way to do surgery with minimally invasive effects and a very quick recovery for the patient, and that's what makes this system such a wonderful tool. Our goal is to provide this community with world-class care that they don't have to travel for to help take care of them and their families.
Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
What makes Yolk's produce so fresh? Simple. We get first pick from trusted local and organic growers. Crisp, vibrant, peak season flavor. Because fresh isn't just what Yolk's Fresh Market sells, it's who we are.
All right, if you have a large crawl space, you probably don't think about checking it very often, right? But this next story might make you think again.
Okay, one unsuspecting Oregon family found this guy living in their crawl space. That's right, living. 41-year-old Benjamin Bucher lived under the townhouse occupied by a couple and their young daughter for nearly 3 months. He really made himself comfortable. He had TVs, gaming consoles, cooking burners down there, and string lights. He used the family's electricity to power them all. They had no idea until a neighbor saw him going into the crawl space one day and then called the police.
Okay, now the update in this story, a jury sentenced him to 3 years in prison earlier this week. So.
That's creepy.
Isn't it?
I mean, crawl spaces are creepy, but to have a creepy guy in your crawl
for that many years.
The whole thing. So,
like, wow.
Yeah, just wow.
All right, in lighter news, we had some very special guests at the Apple Valley News Now Broadcast Center today. Take a look.
That's right. We had the Richland Kiwanis that came on in today. They got a tour of what we do. People are quite fascinated by our studio. It's pretty funny, right?
Yeah, they got to see the control room, and here they are in our studio. Our general manager, James, was talking to them. Of course, Stacy and I chatted with them. Our news director, Aaron, gave them a nice little tour, and here they are in the newsroom.
Well, and one of the Kiwanis members, Bill Glenn, I've known him for about 30 years now. He was the engineer at my radio station.
Oh, cool.
Long time ago. So.
Oh, there's my little desk, my little world. We know the Kiwanis Club, they do some amazing things in our community.
Right, and great volunteers. Plus, I think they're the ones that sell the elephant ears at the fair.
Oh, yeah, and those are good, too.
Look for them there.
All right.
All right, stick around this Friday night. We'll take a look at the final look at your weather forecast for this weekend. Stay here.
Great news! The Memorial Day savings have been extended at Walker's Furniture, where all your favorite mattress brands are on sale with incredible savings on Beauty Rest, Serta, and 40 more styles to choose from. Upgrade your sleep and pay over time with 0% interest for 5 years. No money down and no minimum purchase. Plus, get free delivery and take home up to $300 in free furniture with select sets. Walker's Furniture, where quality sleep just costs less.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
Break away to what's possible with Tremfya.
The only IL-23 blocker for Crohn's and UC to offer self-administration from the start.
Tremfya can help with symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and 2 years.
Some had visible repair of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away with Tremfya.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Ready, Beth? Beth? When congestion stuffs you up and there's no time to waste, Afrin No Drip unblocks in seconds for instant relief. Wow. Afrin No Drip. The wow is real.
Get ready, Yakima! Sprint Boat Racing returns to State Fair Park on June 13th and 14th for a weekend full of heart-pounding excitement. Presented by Pendleton Excavating and Paving. Don't miss these 1,500 horsepower jet boats race against the clock through a twisted water course at 80 miles per hour. Get your general admission or VIP experience tickets along with pit passes now at the State Fair Park box office or online at statefairpark.org.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community rich in tradition and pride, and Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
I tell you what, Austin, after this week in the weather, I need a break.
I bet. I know.
It's been weather or temperatures up and down.
Right.
The stormy day we had yesterday. Today has been windy, so it's just been wild. So yeah, I'm ready for a break. Yes. TGIF. All right, let's take a look at our big weather stories going forward into the weekend. We'll continue to see those gusty winds, mainly in the Kittitas Valley, but breezy through the rest of the area. Highs in the 70s, eventually to the 80s. And then for the next week, mostly staying dry. There is maybe a slight chance of some rain on Wednesday as we enter the first week of June on Monday. Overnight lows tonight, going to be a little chilly in Ellensburg, down to 39, but everybody else staying in the 40s with breezy to gusty winds. Here's what your forecast looks like tomorrow. Pretty nice. If you like that, take a look at Sunday, even nicer. But as you can see on the right, there are some chances for breezy to gusty winds. And finally, before we go, let's take a look at your reason to smile for one last. Isn't that cool, Austin?
Love that.
It's like the mirror, the clouds are mirroring in the river. Pretty cool. So keep snapping those weather photos. Use the QR code on top of your screen and send them in to us.
Hope to see everybody tomorrow at the Cystic Fibrosis Great Strides Walk, Howard Amon Park in Richland.
That's right. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here at 11.